Hello, I'm Helen Hillix DeSanto, marriage and family therapist and intuitive counselor. I'm here today to teach you how to say I'm sorry and mean it, how to make a proper amends. The process that I'm using is a 5-step process, and it was developed by Beth Green and is written in the book Living with Reality, a Book of Wisdom, which is available at thestream.org. I'm going to take the 5 steps one at a time, describe to you how to use them, and then at the end I'm going to go through and put it all together so that you can hear what a real amends would sound like. So the first step is to identify what you've done, and you say very succinctly and directly and briefly what you have done. This is an example. Susan, I realize now that I judged you and your behavior. You don't explain why you did that, or you don't make excuses for yourself. You simply say exactly what you did. Susan, I realize now that I judged you and your behavior. The second step is to say exactly how what you did injured the other party. So you say, and I know that hurt you by, for instance, in this situation, making you feel criticized, shamed, less than, probably unloved, separate from me, judged, maybe untrusting or betrayed as a friend, or there could be lots of other ways that you can think of that might have hurt her. And then when you have said everything authentically that you can think of, ways that it might have hurt the other person, you ask them, is there any other way that this hurt you? And you listen to what they have to say. You don't argue with them or judge what they're saying. You simply add it to the list. And if they say, yes, it made me feel pushed away or put down, then you just simply say, and it made you feel put down. Then you go on to the third step, which is very important, and that step is self-compassion. Because if you don't have compassion for yourself, then the whole process will be hurtful then to you. So the third step is to say, and even though I couldn't have done any better at the time, and that's very important because it is true. You couldn't have done any better at the time, or you would have. So the fourth step then is to say, I need to ask you to forgive me. Now this part of the process is for you. It's for you to ask the forgiveness. Whether they forgive you or not, you need the experience of asking them to forgive you and cleaning up your side of the street, so to speak. And then the fifth step is to say, will you forgive me, Susan? And again, as I said before, whether or not they forgive you, you have then cleaned up your side of it. Okay, so let's put it all together. Susan, I realize now that I judged you and your behavior. And I know that hurt you by making you feel less than, insecure, inadequate, criticized, shamed, judged, maybe betrayed, maybe untrusting of my friendship, maybe pushed away and put down. Is there any other way that it's hurt you? And then you say whatever they add, if anything. And then you say, and even though I couldn't have done any better at the time, I need to ask you to forgive me. Will you forgive me, Susan? And that's all there is to it. And believe me, it works extremely well. And it sets up a situation often in which the other person may be able to get in touch with an amends that they might owe you about the same set of situations. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you find this tool useful, and stay tuned for more tips and tools on how to live a healthy, happy life. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.